Good evening. This is the Dapper Hour. I'm your host, Dapper Luke. And this is our first show. As we begin the Dapper Hour, this is just going to be a new show that's going to be focused on men's perspective and also anything and everything that's all about gentlemen. I have a co-host here today, Eric Castano. Have a guest, Mr. John Conway. We'll bring those guys on a little bit later. But just to let you guys know a little about me. So again, my name is Dapper Luke. Been in this fashion game for about 2 to 3 years now. Started back in 2014. Began as a blogger. Also did some modeling. Worked on a few campaigns. Really enjoyed this whole modeling thing, blogging thing, and now I'm kind of on the hosting side of the event. But I've always stayed true to the suit game, the dapper look, and that's why I have the name Dapper Luke. I want to introduce my co-host today. My co-host today is Mr. Eric Castano. I'm going to tell you how me and Eric met. So Eric and I did the whole modeling thing back in 2015. For him, we actually met each other at a bridal show. And when I seen him, he was one of the only guys that showed up there with a suit on, kind of like me. Anytime I go to an event, I always have a suit on. So it kind of caught my eye, and I think I caught his eye as well. But it was that kind of mutual respect because he was in a suit and I was in a suit. And then from there, we kind of exchanged information. We saw each other that particular year here in Hampton Roads. We did all of the bridal shows that were in the area during that time frame. And from then, we kind of clicked. We've done several campaigns together. We'll talk about that here in a second. But I'm just going to bring on Mr. Eric Castano. So, Eric, how you doing, brother?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on board the show today, the Dapper Hour. And I see you're looking rather dapper today. Let's let everybody know what you have on today.
I have a nice light blue blazer on, pink and white dress shirt with some white denim jeans. Nice pair of white slip-on
White
loafers.
denim. Okay, I see you, brother.
Little slip-on, little what's that? A fuchsia pocket square.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
Keeping it clean.
So today's show is all about suits. So for me personally, I decided to wear an entire suit. One thing you gotta know about suits is, you have an entire suit, meaning the pants and the shirt match. Excuse me, the pants and the blazer match. And then you have a sport coat and you have blazers. So for me, I'm wearing a burgundy suit. I have a light blue shirt, blue polka dot tie. If you look on my little GoPro later on YouTube, you'll see exactly what I look like. Got the blue hat on top. Always have my accessories. Got my little bracelet on. Got my wristwatch. A little bit of silver. Little pocket square, and dusting it off with a pink lapel pin. The shoes are black, monk strap, and just a little bit of black socks to kind of clean it all up. But the look is always going to be clean when we're on here because it is the Dapper Hour.
Nice.
Now, as I've already said, the topic for today is suits. So I'm going to ask you real quick, Eric, how many suits do you own? Do you know?
Oh no, that's a good question. I probably have a good collection. I'd probably say about a good dozen.
Okay, a dozen suits. All right, now me personally, I have 20 suits. I actually counted it before the show today. I have 20 suits, and I have 18 blazers, and I have 4 tuxedos.
See, I didn't count. I didn't have time to count. All right.
I kind of caught you off the cuff. I understand that. I didn't expect you to know, but I mean, it just lets you know that you can go above and beyond. So I mean, we're gonna talk a little bit about suits here. So there's 2 different types of, or should I say 3 different types of suits every man can get. Your standard 2-button, your 3-button, your double-breasted. All right. So I mean, me personally, I love the 2-button look, and I love the double-breasted. Double-breasted is like an executive look. I actually went to an event with Eric. It was for one of our friends, Joe Dillard. He was announcing himself running for office, and I knew for a fact everybody in there was going to have a suit on of some kind, but they were going to all have a 2-button on. So I was the only man in there with a double-breasted. So I know just knowing the whole suit game and how it is, what everybody's going to wear. Because when you normally go to a store, what do you see?
I mean, you see everything, every kind of suit. 2-button suits, 3-button suits, single-button suits.
Versatile, very versatile.
Very versatile.
Yes.
Suits.
But I mean, if you're going to be buying a suit, I kind of recommend, I'll ask you, Eric, if you were, talking to somebody and they want to get a suit for the first time, what do you recommend as that first suit choice?
Definitely a 2-button.
Definitely a 2-button. What color? What color would you recommend?
I would definitely recommend, depending on what the occasion is. Normally, I would, if it's a black tie affair, obviously you go with the black tie. Black suit normally goes first. But I traditionally go with like a nice gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, those are my two choices. A black, or excuse me, a gray suit is your normal, typical, because with a gray suit you can wear blue shoes. I said blue shoes. You can wear black shoes. You can wear brown shoes. And then with your blue suit, same thing. Your first one should either be a gray one, or a blue one, because you can wear the black shoes or you can wear the brown shoes. Those are typically the ones. And then from there, you can kind of go into patterns.
Yes,
You can go into your pinstripe. You can go into your checkered. That's kind of where I'm going at right now. I already have my gray suit. I already have my blue suit. Like I said, I have on a burgundy suit today. I have a red suit. You know, you kind of want to get into those checkered looks, kind of get into those pinstripe looks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and I already have my guest, so I definitely want to introduce him. We have here with us today Mr. John Conwell. He's one of the actual managers over at Upscale Men's Fashion. I definitely have to shout them out because they're also a sponsor of mine. So, Mr. John, thank you for coming in and being my guest today.
Thank you for having me, guys. Glad to be here.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. John.
Yeah, man, I don't have as many suits as you do.
John,
Hey,
actually, no,
I find it hard to believe, John.
No,
you have
actually,
a whole slew of suits.
Oh man, my closet is about big as this room, so that's how many suits I have. But I've been doing this, God, since I was 17 years old, approximately 43 years.
43 years.
Yeah, so it's a passion. I love this, man. I told Luke that I would do it for free, but I don't tell nobody.
Well, you on the radio now. It's out there now.
Oh, man, it's out.
It's out there now. But I mean, you know, the reason why I wanted to have you on the show today, like you said, you bring, you know, a plethora of experience. I know for me personally, I've been doing this suit game on this level for about 4 years now. I've really been into this, what I call the suit game. But I need elders like you to kind of show me what it used to be, because, you know, me and John actually drove in today when we were actually doing for this interview, and we just had about 45 minutes to just go back and forth and talk about, you know, suits, kind of how they were and how they are now. And the one thing that I know is that back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, suit was an everyday item for a man. It's no longer that way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
correct.
You would go to a baseball game. You would go to the opera. I know Mr. John was just telling me, you know, his own father, when he was growing up, he would put on a suit to go to the mailbox at the end of the driveway.
True story.
Like those days are gone.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
they're gone.
But I mean, you know, where do you see the suit at today?
Well, here's the we need to bring it back, because one of the things that I think is missing is how young men have the tendency to change or not change their dress attire. I mean, to wear a suit changes your whole mentality. It changes your swagger. It changes how people look at you. We just got through talking about that. But most importantly, man, it makes you feel good. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. When I put a suit on,
You stand a little bit taller.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, definitely,
I even
definitely.
look better. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
look more slim.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know for me, you know, whenever I tell people about a social experiment all the time. I say, hey, go into a bar one day with just jeans and a t-shirt on.
Exactly.
You know, go to that exact same bar, exact same staff with a suit on, and see how much different they look at you,
Yes.
how much more attentive they are of you,
Yes,
and just
exactly.
how people receive you. Just the suit is the man's uniform.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in my opinion, if you are over 25, you should have at least one suit in your arsenal.
That's absolutely correct.
You know,
you are right about that.
I know, like I said, me and Eric, we have, you know, a plethora of suits as well as blazers and slacks. But I mean, Eric, in your opinion, you know, how many suits should one man have?
I would say at the very least you should have at least 3 to 4 suits in your closet. At the very least,
Yes.
that should be a standard. Black, gray, navy blue, and maybe a tuxedo in there.
Yeah, definitely tuxedo. Because for that black tie, I gotta have that.
You know.
I definitely want to continue this conversation. We're gonna take a quick break. You know, listen to some music for a second. Also, got to shout out our sponsors as well. Stay tuned, and we'll talk a little more about suits. Appreciate you. This is the Dapper Hour.
Sure.
All right, and so we're gonna continue into the interview?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Hey, come on in. Get someone else? Okay. Hey, how you doing? Come on in. How you doing? All right. stuff is blocking the chair over there, you can go ahead and just throw it on the floor. I know my bad, the ring was mine, I can't speak for anybody else.
How long was that right there?
That was about 9 minutes. So when you're going back into, but that's not including your interview, well, parts of your interview, right?
Yeah. Well, we
So-
just introduced John. I still want to
Yeah.
interview him per se.
Yeah, so you still have enough time to do that as well.
Okay.
I think after you finish like the final like discussion with the interview, pause, we'll take a break, and then we'll come right back in. We'll,
Okay.
We'll take a break, put music in or whatever, and then
Gotcha.
let me know when you're ready. Hold on, keep that.
Make sure your ringers are down.
And we are back. This is the Dapper Hour. I'm your host, Dapper Luke. I hope you enjoyed that selection. That was from Rick Elliott. Rick Elliott will be out tomorrow. Can we stop that? I'm sorry.
No problem.
Today is Friday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a good thing it's pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know, right?
Today is Friday.
That's it.
Today is Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you now.
Think about it. Today is Friday.
I got you.
Today is Friday.
That's
Today is
right.
Friday.
It's
right.
It's gonna be
We're on the
right.
same page.
We're in the future.
Yes. And we are back. This is the Dapper Hour. I'm your host, Dapper Luke, and that is Dapper Luke. If you see me outside, make sure to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest, Dapper Luke. But I hope you enjoyed that musical selection. It was from Rick Elliott. Rick Elliott will be with me today. Later on, we're going to be over at Island Twist, the Dapper Happy Hour, 7 to 9 p.m. down in Virginia Beach. Make sure you're there. We are back with our guest. I have Mr. John Conwell. Mr. John Conwell is with one of my sponsors. He's with Upscale Men's Fashion Manager over there. So we talked a little about suits before the break. Now I kind of want to get back into his particular expertise because I said he is what I consider like an elder in the game of suits and dressing well and just that whole swagger thing that guys like to have. So Mr. John, I'll continue with you. So tell me a little bit about Upscale Men's Fashion. How long you been with those guys?
Upscale Men's Fashion. I actually been with these guys 10 years now.
10 years, okay.
Really good, fun people. What I like about them is that you can grow with them. They're very creative with the inventory. We have a good customer service staff. I mean, the guys are phenomenal. But I really have a passion for this altogether. But been doing this, as I said, for 43 years.
Yeah.
But,
And we talked about this earlier, but I actually I met you, John, like I said, when you were working at Military Circle Mall. They had an Upscale Men's Fashion in there. That store has since closed, but even I remember when you guys were over there, you had not just a full line of upscale. I think you guys began doing like sweaters, and you did have a jean line at one time.
we did.
Why did you guys decide to switch over to the upscale suit look?
Well, we saw a need for it. We saw a very ethnical need for a change. When I got there, it was something different than what it was. But we were trying to make this a more positive growth. So in order to do that, you have to change with the times of it. So then it means you change suits or you change the color of the suits. Just try to grow with something that was more feasible, for lack of a better word. But change is always good. I mean,
Yes.
even now with myself, and I tell everybody this, you can't be a Steve Harvey in a Steve Harvey suit. So stop trying to be that.
Yeah,
But it takes
yeah.
you to be the person. You makes the suit doesn't make the person. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I think in my opinion, it's good to get. If I was to be in a retail business, it would be suits because, in my opinion, suits are gonna last
Of course.
forever.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like a suit was
Yes.
popular. The suit was introduced in the 17th century.
Yes.
And pretty much the suit style has not changed for those 300 years.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Go further
Essentially,
back.
it's been the
Yes.
2-button, the 3-button, or the
Yes.
double-breasted.
Yes.
All right. Now with the actual jeans, you used to have the Nietzsche. Like I'm not gonna lie, I haven't always been in suits. In my 20s, I used to rock some Sean John like it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I got into my 30s, I moved into that suit look, and I can still, as long as I can fit it, because I ain't gained too much weight. As long as I can fit the suits that I had when I first bought in my 30s, I'm still good. The look is still,
Exactly.
unique. And I've even seen like some Bugle Boy suits from the 1970s that
Yeah.
still look good today. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to wear a pair of jeans from back, unless you out there thrifting, it's not the same look.
Not the same look.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, what are your thoughts, Eric, as far as like suits and the whole over generations? I'm pretty sure you can be passed down a suit or passed you down to somebody.
I'm so loving the vintage suit. I love it. I love the old school looks of suits, and I will definitely be the first one to say that the old classic suits are modernized now. I love to see that. Like, I will pick up an old suit and put a twist to it and try to like take it to a tailor, have them fine tune certain things on the lapel, on the pants, and try to and bring it out to an event and just like take over with that, because there's just there's no uniqueness in the suits that I'm seeing now versus the past. And I like to kind of just reinvent the wheel when it comes to certain suits.
Definitely. I mean, I think, you know, with Eric and I, whenever we go out, you know, we can't wear just a blue suit, just a gray suit,
No.
just a black suit, you know, because they're going to be looking at us crazy. That's why, like I said, I have today a burgundy suit on, because I know that, you know, when people see me, they want to see me go a bit. And it's all about a comfortability factor, you know what I'm saying? If you wear suits every day, when you go out, you have to kind of turn it up a notch. Give them those. And I actually got asked a question that I want to definitely shout out my guy Anthony Ford for asking me this question. He pretty much said, hey, how often or when should I wear a pocket square? In my opinion, you know, you should always accessorize your suit. I don't just ever buy a suit off the rack or even have a suit made and then only wear the suit. I have to accessorize it. Like today I have one lapel pin and I have one a pocket square. You know, I think in my opinion you should always wear at minimum a pocket square to kind of show it. Now the one thing I will say with your accessories, they should not be so matchy. Your accessories should, you know, they should accent, they should give pop, they should show, but they shouldn't take over your look, and they shouldn't be so matchy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It should have a appeal where it's all come together like an artist. It has some, and I tell everybody, your shirt should be the canvas, and you paint from that shirt.
Definitely.
You know, so it's good, and I'm glad you said that, because if you ever see a person without a pocket square, I don't care how good the suit is, it doesn't look like
it doesn't look complete.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, I see that all the time. Now, I will say this is something else I want to hit on. Okay, if you wear a 2-button suit, how many buttons should be buttoned?
I always have one button.
Rule of
Just one button.
Rule of thumb.
Always
one button.
If it's a 3-button, this is how it goes. It's never, always, and sometimes. Remember that. On the 3-button,
Okay.
never, always, and sometimes. That's the 1 button. On the 2, it's never, always. Where on the 1, you know what it is.
Yes.
But that's the rule of thumb. That's where I was.
That's good information.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of guys didn't know that. I was at an event today, earlier today, a change of command, and you know the civilians that were in the building were all wearing suits. And me personally, I don't like to walk up to somebody and say, hey, you're wearing your suit wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
a lot of times a guy would get offended if you go up to him and tell him he's wearing a suit wrong. But just in my mind, so I'm glad I have this platform so I can tell you guys, if you have a 2-button suit on and you button both buttons, you are wrong.
You did wrong. You are wrong. Exactly.
But I mean, that's ultimately, if that's the way you want to wear it that way. But the proper way to wear it, and that's what we're talking. We'll talk. I'm going to tell you the proper way to wear it, the proper way to do things, and then up to you. It's up to you if you're going to follow it. But like he said,
Never,
say it again.
Never.
Never.
Always.
Always.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, how about a double-breasted?
Well, double breast is always button.
Okay.
Always. You cannot wear an open double
Correct.
breast.
Yes, you cannot wear.
cannot do
But
that.
you would
Always.
do
Ridiculous.
the inside button.
Inside button
and
two.
one button.
Maybe one, but you can do 2. And the reason for that, let me explain to you guys. The reason why the bottom button is always level, because to give the jacket a little flair.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to feel like it's tight fitted, and it looks different. If you ever stand in front of the mirror and button on your button, you look, for lack of a better word, country.
You look too tight. You look too tight.
Yeah.
Like you can't move. Yeah.
So it gives a little flair and it gives you more movement with it. So yes, a double-breasted suit always, but at least 2. For me, I'm putting the insides and 2 on the outside.
Okay. And you have these different selections at Upscale Men's Fashion?
Yes, we do. We have double-breasted, single-breasted, 1 button, 2 buttons. I mean, the slim fit, the Hollywood slim fit. We can go on and on.
And where's you guys actually located? Where can I actually go into in Upscale Men's Fashion?
Well, we have 2 locations, guys. One is in Pembroke, inside the mall, next to Off-Broadway Shoes, off Independence. The other one is located off Virginia Beach Boulevard, right next to, I believe it's another store, actually in the Military Crossing section is where we're located at. But 58, 59, I think is East Virginia Beach Boulevard is the correct address for
Okay,
that.
gotcha. So we have Virginia Beach and pretty much a Norfolk location.
Yes.
And you guys are also online, I understand.
We are online. We're trying to do another whole section for custom suits online, ordering online. We have a whole website that you can order even out of town. We even ship it to you if you
Okay,
want to.
yeah,
So-
yeah, good to go.
But
good
we're
to go.
trying to expand. The thing is about the technology of it that, you know, a lot of people do not like ordering until they actually see it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we thank you guys for introducing it, man. You guys opened up a lot of doors.
Yeah. So Eric and I, we are the spokesmodels for Upscale Men's Fashion. We just shot a commercial last week
Yes.
we did.
down at the beach. I was
With
out
John.
there
With John.
John. John was in it. You know, we gotta
Yeah.
bring the knowledge as well. We
Yeah.
gotta bring the guy that's gonna have the wisdom for us. But yeah, I mean, me personally, you know, I know my sizes, so I'm able to buy online.
Yes.
But a lot of guys are not comfortable buying their suits online. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So
Yes.
when you're buying a suit, you know, a lot of times guys will go into a store and they'll see 42L.
Okay.
All right, what does that 42 mean?
The 42 is the size of the jacket. Now, you have to understand that it's the 6-inch difference between the jacket and the waist of the pants. And what that means, if you have a 42 jacket, on those pants it should be a 36 waist.
Okay.
Now, if that's not so, then there's a problem with the chains. That's the wrong pants or the wrong jacket. But there's a 6-inch difference between the jacket and the coat. The 48, you get a 42 waist. I'm sorry. Yeah. 40 waist.
Okay.
42 waist. I'm sorry. But you have to remember that the long is for a tall person, someone 6 feet and over. The regular is from 6 feet and under, and a short for someone 5'2", 5'3". You know, it just depends on you know, your size and what you like.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, but for lack of not knowing this, they have these called Hollywood slim fit suits. You understand those?
Yep, I've seen those.
They are exactly made to look that way. I thought it was something wrong with the suit, but the Hollywood slim fits are made to look short, very custom fitted.
Yeah. That's something that the young guys are doing now.
Yes.
I know one of the things I also do, I kind of try to style guys. I know a lot of the younger guys, they try to show their ankles off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not show off the ankle. But I will say this: I know I do buy my suits off the rack. I'm not, you know, Dapper Luke is not all about custom made suits. I have custom made suits in my collection, but I'm not all about custom made suits. I can buy a suit off the rack, but you got to have a good tailor in your arsenal.
Exactly.
All right, you need to know a good tailor.
Right.
I know me personally. Even when I buy a thing, I usually buy a 42 long. That's why I mentioned that. That's my size, 42 long. But sometimes the sleeve length won't be right. Now, when I wear a blazer, this is how I like to wear my blazer. I always have wrist jewelry on. Gotta show my wrist off. Then I'll go to my shirt. I want to show you a little bit of my shirt, and then I'll have the cuff of my actual suit. So it should be a layered look. So you should see your wrist, your jewelry, see your shirt, then see the cuff of your jacket. That's kind of how it should layered look if you're wearing the jacket properly.
Right.
And then as far as the pants, I mean, Eric, I know, how do you like to wear your pants?
Right above the ankle, I like to have a little peak of my ankle showing, not too much, and I like to have a nice sock, depending on what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
The sock really kind of makes the highlight of the suit come
Go
out.
on somewhere, it does.
Exactly.
So, it really just depends, again, on the color of the suit. If you're trying to highlight a certain pocket square or a certain flower or a certain feather in your hat, I like to have certain accents, colors pop up off my sock as well. So it's just a certain kind of, certain height of the pant needs to come up of the shoe. So I wear a 32. So that's just enough for my sock to peek up off my pant, off my shoe. It doesn't look like my pants are high water, but it doesn't get my pants that low where it's just dragging on my
Yeah.
Good look.
I mean, essentially, I think when you go into a tailor, you pretty much tell them no break. That's what
Yeah.
they say, no
break.
break.
Yes, no break.
You know, and you can do a no break, which I actually like a no break. You can do a half break, or you can do a whole break.
Full break.
A
exactly.
full break. Yeah, you go.
exactly,
Full
yeah.
break is pretty much, you know, your pant is going to actually bend at the bottom by your shoe.
Right.
I want it to pretty much stop right at my shoe, the top of my shoe. That way, like you said, you can show off a little bit of ankle. You know, in the summertime, got the loafers on. My ankle game is real strong. It never ashy. It's never ashy. But I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I do. I like to show it off a little bit. But I definitely want to take another break. You know, get a little bit of music selection going on. We're gonna close the interview out with Mr. John. A lot of really good information
Thank
on
you, guys.
suits. I definitely appreciate you coming through, sir.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on the other side.
Next. it's a great thing.
You.
Just switch out from that because I was getting bad service, so I can just switch it out.
Everybody good?
You good?
Doing a good job, fellas. I appreciate it.
Alright, sir, so,
Just got a couple more questions, like what's your best seller, what's your featured item?
Okay.
Things like what's your dream suit, and we'll kind of close out, and we'll talk about the gentleman's brunch,
Okay.
upcoming events and things like that.
alright, whenever you're ready. Ready?
And we are back. This is the Dapper Hour. I'm your host, Dapper Luke. Got my co-host in the building, Mr. Eric Castano. Eric, shout him out.
Good evening, and I am Eric Castano.
And my guest for today, Mr. John Conwell,
Hello. How y'all
executive manager. Executive. I throw that on
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.
Upscale Men's Fashion. Definitely got to shout them out. They're doing big things over there.
doing?
Because they got me on their commercial.
Yes. Thank you guys. Glad to be here.
Gotta
man.
make sure we put them out there like that.
Yeah.
But as we close this interview, I just kind of ask a couple more questions. So right now, up there in Upscale Men's Fashion, you've been in the retail game for a while. What is the big seller for men right now?
The big seller for men now, we are doing a lot of suits. Suits are coming back. It was at some point there was doing the two-piece or separate sets as we call them. You can wear the pants without the jacket. But we're doing a lot of suits now. Men are trying to get back into the swing of things of wearing something that's comfortable. You can always take a suit and make it a sport coat, or it's interchangeable. is
Yeah,
what I'm
you can
saying.
wear one item at
One
a
item
time, or you can wear two
pants.
and mix it up. Yeah,
The three-piece
definitely.
can become a vest and a pair of pants. So it's more accessible to wear something in a suit. But the suit is our biggest seller there. And I want to tell you guys this, and I tell you guys are not afraid of this. Don't be afraid of colors, guys.
Oh, I got the burgundy.
Oh
one. I'm
yeah,
not afraid of color.
pink,
Yeah.
burgundy. Now, as long as it's not overdone.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, if it's your first suit,
Yeah.
like I said, do that blue,
Yes.
do that gray. But you every now and again you want to mix it up. You want to have variety.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have one color pair of jeans. You don't have one color shirt.
Exactly.
You want to have variety. I know, and like I said, when you have 22 suits, they can't all be blue and gray. You got to have some other colors in there.
Yeah.
So I know definitely a color, and then also patterns.
Patterns,
Right?
sir.
Patterns, like we say, the pinstripe. I don't have a checkered suit right now. So if anybody want to buy me a suit, listen, my birthday coming up in July.
Hint.
Give me a little
Yeah.
checkered suit, 42
Checkered
long.
suit.
Let me get it tailored, and I'll be good to go.
They're
But I mean,
good
yeah,
patterns,
that's
yes.
definitely like you said. You want to be able to have variety in that suit look.
Exactly.
I also asked, I'll ask you, Eric, what's your dream suit? What suit do you want next in your arsenal, in your collection?
I definitely am looking for a nice pinstripe double breast.
Pinstripe double
Good
breast. That's a
choice.
good look.
I
Real
really,
good
I
look.
really like that old school boardwalk empire type gangster. I really love that.
yeah.
That really close.
You're not really a gangster look.
No,
but I mean,
no.
I got you. I see what you're trying
but
to get
I mean,
at.
I
but,
love that look though.
yeah.
I mean, that suit, that era, they have like this the really tight vest that they have underneath that. It's really close fit. It's really tight, and everything was really
Exactly.
very tight
Yeah.
fitted.
Yeah.
The pants were really close fitted, and the shoes were really nice. The wingtips were really nice back then. Like I really loved that era of suits back then.
But I like we said earlier, like you can bring that style
Right,
back and
exactly.
you'll be good to go.
Exactly.
Because that suit look is eternal.
Mhm.
The style is probably not made anymore.
Yeah.
I'm being first. I do a little bit of thrifting. I got a real good looking
I still got one. So.
Right.
jacket,
Right.
that I
Get
got
out
through
of it.
thrifting, but I'm not afraid, like to wear that old school look. And if you can wear it well, if it fits you, it's not too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we also talked about. You can be in $1,000 suit.
Yeah.
If it don't fit you right,
No.
you done wasted your money.
That's it.
You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? You could be in a $150 suit and it be tailored right, and you got that look down. So just know that, first and foremost, when it comes to suits, it's not about the name of the suit,
No, it's not.
and it's not about the
Yeah.
price of the suit. It's
Exactly.
about how the suit fits you. It's all about the fit, the accessories,
Yes.
Right.
Very
right?
important.
The
Very
shoes,
important.
how you accent the
Yeah.
suit,
Right.
very much so. And then right now, do you guys have any featured items over there? Like, if I wanted to come over there, like, what features or what kind of specials do you have, coming into you guys?
Well, we're doing a lot. We've had a lot of buy one get one free in the suit section, shoes. We carry the Maury's, the Belvedere's, Meslins.
Yes.
We have over there. Thank you, Eric.
The loafers are on
Rial.
point. Got me a pair of the blue mezzanines.
The Jose Rials.
We got every color that you can
Keep
think
that.
of to
Get
wear
your
anything that you have. So, I mean, we try to cater to everybody. It's not just one set or one type of person, but we get a lot of thank yous for being able to find something in our store that they can't find anywhere else, which I think is great. I think it's
And
fantastic.
a lot of people may not know, last month, we just did the first VA Men's Fashion Week.
Exactly, yes.
Eric and myself were models in that, and actually Mr. John walked down the runway himself, you know what I'm saying? Graced the runway with a little bit of experience, you know what I'm saying? But you guys were featured because of your blazers.
Exactly.
You know, the blazers that you guys have,
yeah.
you know,
Off the chain.
I dressed my son. My son is a freshman at Lansdowne High School. Shout out to the Eagles.
Yes.
And he went to a prom, and I used one of you guys' blazers, and it was a royal blue. I'll tell you the story real quick. So my son told me that he had a girlfriend that's in 11th grade. My son's a freshman. I know it's kind of crazy, but no, I got this. This is dad moment.
Dad moment, a proud dad.
So he said to me, Dad, I'm going to this prom. I need a look. First question was, all right, so what color is she wearing? He said royal blue. I said, say no more.
Pick up the phone.
Picked up, one of my guys, upscale men's fashion, went on the rack, found that royal blue blazer, got the royal blue loafers, the black slacks.
It was hot.
He was the cleanest thing up in there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He can't be a son of Dapper Luke on that looking crazy. That's all I'm going to say.
Very different.
But it was a real good look, and I was a real proud dad moment there, But like I said, you guys had that look. I could not have found that look anywhere else here in Hampton Roads.
And we put an emphasis on trying to make a difference. It's a change. It's going to be something in our store that you're not going to see anywhere else. And we want to make that happen. We're trying to make that happen. So the thing is that we're not trying to be in a competitive state. We just want to give everybody something that you like and that you need and that you want. It's a big difference than going to a department store, not putting them guys down. But you cannot find what we have in a department store.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Not gonna happen. And that's good. I love that unique look. And like I said, we wore you guys from two different events.
Exactly.
We wore you guys the Metallic Gala, which was done over at Slover Library, and we wore you guys at Men's VA Fashion Week. So that was the very first one. You guys kind of really set that off. So
nice.
definitely appreciate that. Like I said, if you want to have the unique look, because even though you're wearing a suit, you still want to have some uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a suit looking like everybody else in a suit. You don't want to have that corporate look. I'm not a corporate suit wearer. I'm a everyday suit wearer. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna see me in just a regular white shirt.
You wouldn't wear it.
So definitely you still even though you're in a suit, you can still be an original.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely be an original, and that's what I like about you guys' selection. So I'll continue to shout you guys. I'll continue to definitely come through you guys.
We appreciate you
and
guys.
it's been real fun with the experience that we have with you guys. We're going to take one more quick break, and we're going to close it up. We're going to talk about some upcoming events Eric and I have, and we'll close it out. This is Dapper Hour. I'm your guy, Dapper Luke.
What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for watching.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? Dapper Hour. We're here live and direct. Marcus, what's going on? Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Batiste, what's going on?
What's up,
Jaleel. Salam alaikum.
Okay.
What's going on, bro? Sama. Sam. Look at Sam. See, your boy Sam's watching. Sam, what's up, Sam?
Sam
Yeah,
is?
I
see him. I see him.
Like 20, 15
Jimmy, y'all,
minutes.
we at the live at the Dapper Hour. Never sweet, never sour.
Right? Yeah, something else
Yeah.
you want to touch on?
So I'm going to touch on
prom.
the gentleman's brunch.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about the prom.
We can talk about the prom.
Okay.
I'm going to do gentleman's brunch.
Okay.
So we'll do prom with you. We'll do gentleman's brunch, you and I.
T-Rose?
Not T-Rose, not yet. We still got time for that. We're also going to talk about the Dapper Happy Hour, talk about Genesis,
Definitely.
and then talk about the two other sponsors, Exquisite Reserve Cigars and Island Twist. And also, what's the next week's show going to be about?
Who's that?
My internet must have been lost in the mail, Jaleel. That's for the moon pies. That's what happened. You messed around and you ain't getting no invite.
Ain't no moon pies here.
There ain't no moon pies for the invites, yo. That's what happens, man. You got left out on that one.
close it out with John with the prom and the difference between tuxedos and suits. Talk about the gentleman's brunch a little bit. The Dapper Happy Hour today, it's Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Island Twist. Come out and see the Famous Radio live, folks. Where's my format?
And Twist, is in Virginia Beach?
That's
Yes,
where
sir.
we was at the other day, right?
Where?
When I said look up, that's the security.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't know that. I thought you were
Beach,
joking.
dinner, and security.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. So it's upstairs.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Yeah, it's upstairs. Yeah, it's real nice. It's real nice inside. Like leather couches, white. It's a real clean look.
I got
Yeah,
a place to
you'll
go.
enjoy this spot tomorrow. It's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Island Twist. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing that every week?
I can if I want to.
Somebody was asking, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be out of town. You want to do this like every week? I
We
was like,
can.
I don't know.
It's available every week. They want me on Friday, so I said sure.
Yeah,
My guys,
we
you know. So for hours, we can do live music or we can do a DJ. But the only thing is, if the DJ comes in, he's got to be broken down by like 9:30 because they go. That's their Latin night.
That's
So
like
with
that.
a person that's like an individual, I can have them come and set up and then walk away, you know, at 9:30. Whereas if you're setting up your DJ equipment, you got to be out of there by
Yeah, man.
9:30. But they have
Yeah, PSS.
Saturday night as well. But that's TJ. You know TJ Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's promoted for Saturday, and he has hip hop. He's got Havoc over there for Saturday. So
Okay.
yeah. But I did ask Mike if he could come by like 1 week and then be there for us. So I put it out to him. But he said he got something to do this week.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
all right,
Ready?
sir. And good evening once again. This is the Dapper Hour. I'm your host, Dapper Luke, here with my man Eric Castano.
Good evening.
Here with Mr. John Conway, Upscale Men's Fashion.
Peace. What's up, guys?
This is Famous Radio Live. You can see us on famous-radio.com. Make sure you check us out, download the app, and listen up. So we just want to close out the interview here with Mr. John, and we're just going to talk about proms. So, like I said, I just did my son's prom, but on social media, I've been seeing a lot of prom looks. I'm in that age demographic where all my peers now have children going to prom. So, to my dismay, I've been seeing a lot of guys, young men, that are dressed down at their prom. They're going there with like a suit on or even a vest, or they'll even be just in a shirt. And it's like the girls, the young ladies are still in the big, nice dresses because for them, it's still a very much formal affair, but the guys, for whatever reason, want to dress it down. So, I mean, what is your opinion on that?
I just say, for whatever reason, it's not the traditional tux anymore. Everybody want to do something different, which is great. It's fine. But you have to be very specific. This is an event that you're going to cherish or look at for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
So you want to be very well suited for this. At some point, you just want to do something different, but don't go overboard with it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm all in the idea of originality, but I still think for a lot of young men, this is your first time to have a formal look.
Yes.
And I'm not saying you have to have a full blown out tuxedo. I know kind of the old mentality was your junior prom was kind of not semi-formal, and your senior prom was the more formal. You have a real either black, white, gray tuxedo. But now, like I said, I'll see seniors that'll be in a vest, seniors that'll be with an open collar. You know what I'm saying? And it's not Miami Vice. You know what I'm saying? You should still be formal looking because it's a formal affair. Why are we allowing the young ladies to be dressed to the nines, but the guys it's like, all right, he got a jacket on. He don't never wear jackets, so we're gonna let him go. Nah. I'm not buying it. Like, in my opinion, I'm not saying force the young man to wear something he doesn't want to wear, but kind of, as you say, express to him that, hey, this is a formal affair. These pictures are forever, and this moment that you're never gonna have it again. You have people all the time. You'll see people that'll take their grandmother to the prom, because she didn't go to her prom, and she wish she would have went. People will take their granddad because he never went to his prom. You know what I'm saying? Prom is a big deal. And we should try to treat it as such. So again, I'm gonna get off my soapbox here for a second, but I'll just simply say that, in my opinion, the prom is still a formal affair, and it should be treated as such for the young men. You know what I mean? They should be in a tuxedo. They should be in something that is very formal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you got any final thoughts on that, Eric, before we close this out?
I sure do, because I am so sick and tired of seeing this going on. It drives me insane when I see something like this happening, because you're right, this is a very formal affair. I feel like it gets taken for granted, and especially now in the area that we're in. I'm not going to beat it to death, but the reality is we need to be an example. Our dads need to be examples to the kids.
Exactly.
And John, you, myself, we are leading the charge. So
Very much so, trying to.
We definitely need to show the rest of the people in front of us that we're trying to set the bar. And these kids can't be going to these proms dressing with these open collars and thinking that it's appropriate to go to these formal events and thinking that it's cool to be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not.
For some young men, like, think about this. You know, college is not for everybody. I'll be the first one to tell you. You know, I went to college a little bit later. But, you know, the next step after high school potentially be that job interview. You're not going to go to that job interview with an open collar. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go there with a suit on, hopefully gray or blue.
Yes.
You're going to have a tie on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, just kind of going back to the conversation that, you know, John and I had coming up. You know, you got guys 25, 30 years old coming into the store asking you how to tie a tie.
Exactly.
Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you as a man, you should know how to tie a tie. You should know how to tie a bow tie, but I mean, that's here and there. You can learn that. You know, everybody go to YouTube. You know, we've gone to fashion shows for weddings where you have to wear a bow tie, and they looking at me and Eric like, how you tie this bow tie?
Yeah.
You know, so again, you know, a suit is a man's uniform. I'm not saying you got to wear it every day, but you should know how to wear it.
Yes.
You should know how to wear it correctly. And you should look good. It should look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It should fit you.
And it should be yours. And let's take this for your personality has a lot to do with how you choose your suit, how you choose your accessory. You can do, and you guys set a really good example, because it's nothing like that out here now. And y'all are two different people. I mean, I never seen y'all the same.
Yes.
But it's good because y'all presenting that, and it just makes a good presentation when you accessorize your way. Everybody don't do polka dots. People don't like stripes. But you have to pick yours up, whatever fits you, whatever tie, pants. It has to be yours. I tell everybody, if it's you, if it fit, then it's yours. You can't be a Steve Harvey, you can't be a Full of Michaels or whatever you're talking about. But at least you have to find out what fits you, and you go from that point on. You know, don't be a copycat. Be your own cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you say, you know, you go, because I know with me personally, I style a lot of people. What I'll do is, I'll tell them to send me pictures of what they like.
Exactly.
Right.
And I build upon that.
Exactly.
I'm never going to take somebody to a store and say, okay, put this on.
Yeah.
This is you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because what I like, what my looks are, may not be yours.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like I said, you can have a suit and you can still be original. So I'll tell them, send me what you like. Send me what, you know, what captures your eye as far as a suit or formal look is.
Right.
And I'll help you achieve that the best I can.
There you go.
And even if you send me a look, I'll still try to make it original to you. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, I see a lot of inspiration. I'll go to Pinterest all the time and look at stuff, just to kind of give me ideas. Because I mean, everything I do is not always original. I'm not even going to be the one to lie to you about that. But I'll take an idea that I've seen and I kind of go in and make it mine, make it my own. You know what I'm saying? What you see me and you probably won't see anybody else in.
And it's always changing.
And right, you're right. I'm always inspired by other things. And you already hit on it as well, John. Like me and Eric, you know, we can go to an event, we'll both be dressed up, we won't look anything alike.
Nothing alike. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eric is a little bit more bold on his colors, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the light skin in him, but
We have no problem with
but you know, I'm sorry, I got, you know, that's a lot of, okay, all right, I got John the chocolate brother like myself there. Appreciate you, John. But yeah, definitely, whatever that look is, just make it your own.
Yes.
But we're gonna, you know, move on to the upcoming events. So one of the things that, you know, I'm trying to bring to Famous Radio Live, you know, is our own kind of meet and greet. So later on tonight, as I've already said it, we're gonna be at Island Twist, which is down on 16th Street at Oceanfront. I'm gonna have my guy Rick Elliott. You've already heard some music today from Rick Elliott, saxophonist, internationally known. I've had him at a couple of my events that I've hosted. He's a really good guy. And again, we want to make sure if you're coming out to this event, you are suited. Ladies, be in your nice gowns, or not a gown, but be in a nice dress, a nice little cocktail dress. You know, and again, we want to have that Dapper Happy Hour. As a matter of fact, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's
The
Dapper.
The Dapper Happy Hour.
Yeah.
Island Twist, 7 to
So
9
there is a
p.m.
dress code, I'm sorry.
It's not a dress code. It's not a dress code. It's a dress suggestion.
Good.
There you go.
Heavy
Sure,
suggestion, but a
sure.
suggestion nonetheless.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah, okay.
I would never tell somebody what you have to wear. But normally the events that I go through, I'm going to be in a suit. So
Right.
if you want to, you know, you're probably not going to compete with me, but at least you'll be to be on the same sheet of music. You know,
Yeah.
have a blazer
Yeah,
on, have some
right.
slacks on.
Yeah.
Linen.
You can have the open button, you know, because it's going to be warm. I don't want you to be up in, you know, a three-piece suit up in here. You know, so be comfortable.
Exactly.
But definitely, and come out and enjoy. We're gonna have a lot of the Famous Radio Live there with us. Definitely, you know, signing autographs, you know, meet and greet, giving a few giveaways as well. So definitely meet me down today, 7 to 9 p.m. At Island Twist off of 16th Street in Atlantic. After that, Sunday I'm gonna be hosting Genesis, the New Beginning. A fashion show. My guys at the Runway Authority. Shout out to Kevin Higgins and Charles Hunley, as well as Ashley. They were on yesterday for their event. It's going to be going June the 4th, Sunday, at the historic post office in Hampton. I'll be hosting that. That's going to be the next level of fashion. These guys have been all the way down to Vegas, been out to New York. These guys know what that New York style runway look is, and they want to bring that here to Hampton Roads. So if you don't already have a ticket for that, definitely make sure you come out, get to see me face to face, take some pictures, flick it up with Dapper Luke.
Yeah.
I like to smile. But after that, we have our fourth. I can't believe it's been our fourth. We have our fourth gentleman's brunch.
Oh,
Eric, what do you think about the gentleman's brunch?
It's been a great journey to do it. So
Oh,
our
man.
fourth one, we're going to have it at OBS. It's called Oyster Bar and Steaks. It's going to be on Shore Drive in Virginia Beach. It's a beautiful location. They blessed us to open up the doors for that. Billy Baldwin, who's been a great guy, he's a great help to us, and the menu's going to be fantastic. You guys can't wait for you guys to come down there. We're going to have Pastor Jack Rose, who's going to be in the building.
Guest speaker. We always have to have a guest speaker. Yes, sir.
He is going to come over there and give you guys some good word. And for the Father's Day event, the food is going to be great. Vendors are going to be there. I really can't wait for this one. This really is going to be a special one for us. I'm really looking forward to this because of Father's Day. The kids, you know, of course, Father's Day, you guys can bring your sons and daughters if you decide to.
Nice.
But it's really going to be special. I'm looking forward to it. I can't really wait for it.
Yeah. And just to kind of hit on that, piggyback a little bit. The Gentleman's Brunch is a networking event for young men to get out there. We always want you to be dressed to the nines. It's not a requirement, again, heavy suggestion.
Yes.
But, you know, like we said, this is our fourth one. Eric and I got together last year around August and began planning our first one, which we had in September of 2016. And after we got done that first one, we were like, okay, maybe we'll do this once a year. But people immediately started coming to us and asking, can they collaborate with us to do it? So we did one for the Heartbeat Gala in January. We just talked about Men's VA Fashion Week. We closed out Men's VA Fashion Week with a gentleman's brunch. Shout out to Ron Cook, Mario Daughtry, our guys over on that end. And so the next thing was Father's Day, and we said, you know, that's essentially a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, no shade on the women, but you know, Mother's Day is always, you know, kind of taking that bar, you know, and we want to, you know, kind of take it to that level as far as the fathers. There are a lot of great fathers out there. You know, Eric is a great father. We're just talking to John. John is a great father. 3 daughters.
Yes,
three daughters. John has Eric 1 son, 1 daughter.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys and a girl. I plan on bringing my sons to the you know, Father's Day Gentleman's Brunch, and I also invited both my father and my father-in-law.
Yeah.
So if I can get, you know, 3 generations of my family into this, that'll be just an awesome look.
That would be a blessing. That is a
So
blessing.
you know, I don't think I have any pictures with 3 generations of my family. So to be able to get that at this event, you know, it just shows what this event can do. You know what I'm saying? It's just bringing, you know, guys together. I see, you know, young ladies networking all the time. This is an opportunity for the guys to network, for the fathers to bring their sons out, to, you know, get their. I'm not saying your son has to be in a suit, but you know, have him put a blazer on, have him put a nice suit, have him put a vest on, you know, and come on out. It's going to be a great event. We're going to do live music for this one.
Yep.
We're gonna have a great menu for this one. Sometimes for the last previous ones, we've done a pre-made kind of buffet style. This one you'll be able to come in. You have a few selections, so you can order. When you arrive, so you're not waiting for that buffet to come out. You order. We're gonna have vendors in the building. We always got vendors. Shout out to my vendors. Always bringing some great items. And then we're also gonna have games for the kids. So it's gonna be all-out great affair. That's Saturday,
June 17th
11 to 3 p.m.
at OBS on Shore Drive, 2947.
Definitely look it up on all your social media. You can catch me, Dapper Luke. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook.
Well, just to make sure, this is the Father's Day brunch, correct?
It is Father's Day.
Ladies can't come, right? Thank God.
I'll say this. We have had ladies at the gentleman's brunch.
Okay.
But the emphasis, the suggestion, heavy suggestion, is for the gentleman. But by all means, if I have a young lady, she wants to bring her father to the gentleman's brunch, you buy a ticket, we're not going to turn you away at the door. We have had young ladies at the gentleman's brunch. Right. But again, this emphasis is on, the guys.
Yeah. If a father brings his daughter,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say no.
Yes, exactly. So, there's definitely an opportunity for you to come out. And,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. This is our fourth one, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I will close it out, with just shouting out a couple of my sponsors. Definitely got to give love to the sponsors. My first one is Dre Coffee. Dre Coffee is with Exquisite Reserve Cigars. All I can say is, man, he is a class above. At a drop of a hat, Dre is there for me, so I definitely have to shout him out. Exquisite Reserve Cigars, great cigar guy. He's with me to the end, and he has a great selection. Make sure you look him up. Island Twist, my guys for the Friday nights. Like I said, tonight we'll be there. Those guys are doing big things. A great Caribbean and island menu. They're going to do some drink specials for us over there tonight. So make sure you come out, try out the food, get some of the drink specials, and definitely shout them out. And I definitely have to shout out my final sponsor, Upscale Men's Fashion.
Thank you.
These guys have been looking out for me for the last 6 months or so now, and I've been pleased. John, you guys, have a great
we appreciate you guys.
collection of suits, blazers, tuxedos over there. Even some summer wear, shoes.
Yes.
You guys have that, and so definitely shout you guys out. And if you have any looks you want to achieve, I know for a fact these guys don't have it. They'll definitely get it for you. So, and like I said, it's moving to that custom look. I'm gonna need to give me some custom made suits. I need to get some deep discounts. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be so deep you won't see it.
Deep discounts.
Yeah,
my guys over there. Yeah, you go over there. Make sure you shout out my guys Sam, Amir, Mo, Wellington, Shane. Yeah, these guys definitely doing big things over there. Everybody is real, real cordial over there. Everybody is always dressed to the nines over there. I will say this: just because you work at a store and you sell clothes does not know you know how to dress people. That's not the case at Upscale Men's Fashion. You go in there, these guys actually know how to dress you. So they definitely have a real good eye for fashion. I've always seen them give guys that good look. And they're not just trying to sell you, you know what I'm saying? They want you to look good in what you're wearing. And if they can't achieve that look, like I said, if they don't have it, they'll try to get it for you. And if they can't get it for you, okay, then it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say something you can't wear. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to shout out my co-host here, Eric Castano, always riding with your brother. Thank you for coming out and spending the day with me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got any final words? Anybody you want to shout out there, Mr. Castano?
Just again, Upscale Men's Fashion, you guys are a really fantastic group of people to be around and work with. You guys have definitely blessed us throughout the whole entire journey. Again, Dapper Luke, thank you for having me on the show. We look forward to seeing you continue growth and success.
Thank you, brother.
It's been a pleasure seeing you do a lot of things in the area. Keep on doing what you do, and most importantly, everybody that's listening, continue to listen. There's a lot of things coming up. I got a lot of things coming down the road as well. So stay tuned because there's some things I'm getting ready to come out. Killers moving silence. That's all I say.
There you go. Mr. John, any final shout outs for you, sir?
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate y'all having me here. And just to go back on something else, I want y'all to remember, if you go to the movie Harlem Nights,
that's right.
You want to see how people dress?
That's right.
Love that movie. Check that movie.
Man.
And if you can't follow suit on that movie, what's wrong with you? But check out Harlem Nights.
love that.
That's what we
Right on. We're gonna close it out. So if you have not seen Harlem Nights, where I don't know if you haven't seen Harlem Nights, I'm gonna have to snatch your cool card if you haven't seen Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
But
Coolness card is
Yeah.
at the end of the day, yes, it's all about that old school,
There
that
you go.
vintage,
Yes,
but
sir.
hey, that classic
look. Very
suit
classic.
look.
Yes.
I am Dapper Luke. This is the Dapper Hour. I thank you all for listening. Check me out next week. Next week's show is going to be all about accessories. All about accessories. So listen up. If you got any questions, definitely hit me up. Again, I am Dapper Luke. This is the Dapper Hour on FamousRadio.com.
Good. Thank you guys.
Good job, Luke.
Alright.
All right.
How we doing?
All right.
How we doing, man?
How we do? How we do?
Yes. We good to go. Famous Radio Live on the
Perfect, man.
Dapper
This was your
Hour.
first
We
one?
just wrapped
That's
it
my
up.
first radio show, man.
First radio show for my man Luke.
Yeah.
You good, man?
Yes. Hey, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I can look forward to doing it.
This is his
Good,
first
man.
show. He just got done doing his
Yes,
first
sir.
show.
Yeah.
So good job, man.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah,
job.
man.
Shout out to my man
Hey,
John.
peace, what's up?
Just
Oh,
a,
hold on.
Folks in the back, how we
Yeah, give
doing?
him the
How do we do?
same
How do we do?
thing.
Was it-
It was
What's up?
fantastic.
Peace.
Thank you.
Just been his first show, so good job, Luke. Good job, man. We just got doing his first show, and
It wasn't a script. I like the fact it wasn't a script.
good
No,
show.
no, no.
Good show.
We're gonna have talking points, but I want the
The
flow. I
Dapper
want you
Hour
to bounce
with
off.
Dapper Luke is a
What we
wrap.
got going on.
Yeah.
So
We just
yeah.
got it all done. Stay
How are
tuned.
you?
What's up, Shane?
I'm just checking out the
Chontro, what's going on, brother?
That's my assistant Jocelyn.
There's Shane.
Hey, peace out, brother. How you doing, man? Sell some suits, man.
Shane, sell some suits, Sean said. So, yeah, we just got done finishing up the show. It was a great show, some good things coming out. Man, Luke just did